Hey, Ray Ray. How are you doing, my love? You're the first one in the building. Take this out. Okay. How's you doing on this Tuesday? I feel tired. I'm just waiting for. Oh, there. Let me put this up. Hold on. Let me just put this up here. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Hey, Buttercup. How are you? Hey, Barbara. How's everyone doing on this Tuesday? Hope everybody's having a good day. Hey, Royalty and chat. Hello to everyone. Hello. I hope all is well with you, Royal. Yes. Thanking God for another day. My granddaughter hit me up like 6 this morning. Talking to her. She's so excited about her graduation and prom and all of that stuff. She's just excited, honey. Yes, she is. She's just so excited. I'm excited for her. I did send a couple of people behind the scenes her prom pictures. I don't put them out on YouTube like that because people are so evil and vindictive, and out of respect of her still being young and respect her mom, I just didn't post it. But I did send two people behind the scenes so they can see her prom graduation pictures. Yours graduate Friday. Oh, okay. From 12th grade, Barbara? Yeah, she's going to college. So yeah, all her stuff is coming up the first week of next month. Yeah. Yeah. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. So I'm so excited for her. So excited. Because a lot of people, they graduate and don't do much. Yes, my mom, he graduate Friday night. Oh, okay. Okay. Happy Tuesday, Miss D, Moss, and Chad. Congratulations to your granddaughter and blessings. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank y'all. Yeah, she's just so excited herself, y'all. She says, I mean, when I say she excited, she is she excited, and then sometimes she gets sad because her dad is not here, so he can't see her prom and graduate and stuff like that. Her dad passed away at 31. So yeah. So she have her up and downs, but I did tell her, I said, your dad is looking down on you. He's very proud of you. I keep her encouraged. So yeah. hmm Hey, Auntie. Auntie, check your inbox. Yeah, so things happen. In this generation now, y'all, it's a lot of kids out here just falling victim to the streets and stuff like that. It's just so much going on. Sometimes, it's not a lot of activities for the kids like it used to be and stuff in certain places and states and stuff because Trump now took a lot of stuff away. So it's really nothing for these kids to do, and it's sad. So yeah, it's just sad. Good morning, Royal D. How are you doing, my love? How are you? I hope you are having a good morning. I'm so proud. Hold on. I'm so proud, but I'm glad it's over and I'm so tired. We had a gathering Friday night. Yeah, that's what her mom said too. She just got drained. It was a lot. She said it was really a lot. She got very drained. Yeah, got to pay for the car and oh Lord. So it is a lot. I understand, and things is more expensive than it was when my kids was graduating from 12th grade. Things are very expensive now. So, yeah. Right over here in Patton, New Jersey, they they took away the night gyms. Yes, they even, if you can remember, Buttercup, remember the boys and girls clubs? Like that's gone. Like everything's gone from the kids now. So you just gotta talk to the kids, keep them encouraged, and a lot of this stuff like these after school programs be so expensive for these kids now. Like, oh my God, it's crazy work. You are so right. We have to be careful about what we put online. I post in the comments and after the videos. Yes, yes. That's why I sent her prom picture to people on the back end that been with me for a long time because like I said, out of respect for her, she's still young, and I still that's my daughter. I respect her mom also too. So yeah, and I would love to have shared it with everybody, but it's just she's still young, and people be so mean and so evil and stuff, you know. So it's sad you got to be like that, y'all. It is just so really, it's really, really sad. It is. And we shouldn't be like that as people. You know what I'm saying? I remember um the sector that I came from, she's a content creator. Her son graduated and went off to college, right? And she posted his pictures and everything. He nice looking young guy. Girl, do you know that people started calling her son college from YouTube? They was getting so many calls saying things about the mom, what she was doing on YouTube and all of that stuff, y'all. It was sad. It was so sad. And thank God that they didn't kick her son out of college. Her son went to college because he was a football player, his whole 4 years of high school. So he got accepted in a college. And they found out what college he went through by her posting his stuff. And when I say they was attacking that boy's school, I'm telling you, she was coming on live every day talking about it was bad, y'all. It was bad. It was really, really bad. So that's why, from experience and see what she went through, nah, I'm not doing that. It was really bad. And I felt so bad for her. People be doing all kinds of stuff with your pictures. Yup. When you post them, post your pictures on the social media. But um I'm a waiter after the video because I want people to understand, especially young people. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that's so disrespectful to, and you know how people can change stuff and with those AI pictures and do all kinds of stuff with it. And oh, it's just sad. It's sad. It really is sad, you know. It's sad that you can't share moments, with people that you love and stuff because of situations like this. And it does bother me because I would love to. I'm definitely going to film her prom. I'm definitely going to film her graduation. I don't know if I'm going to put, I don't think I'm going to put her on camera. I wouldn't show her per se, but I will film her graduation. Let me just talk to some of my people and see. I have to be safe with her, y'all, because she's gonna be going to college. I don't want her to be attacked in no type of way. So, and it's sad when you have good supporters and you really want to, to them see your, your life and stuff with certain things, and especially something like this, But it's just so scary out here. It really is. So you just gotta watch all things. So it it's crazy. I don't even know what it's to say, but like I said, the other content creator, the other sector I was in, um, you know, I guess she didn't know that they was gonna do that to her son. What he was a kid. He still was 18, y'all. So being that they didn't like her, they took it out on her son, which it was wrong because her son didn't have anything to do with anything. He's a young kid. He was in college. She shared her life on YouTube, as a blogger, and they went out to his college. They definitely did. And I know that for a fact because I was in that sector. There's nothing they can do with him. His mom's actions have nothing to do with him. Right. 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 Yeah. And she practically said that too. She said that. But I was just so scared for her. I used to pray for her. I'm like, oh my God, please don't kick her son out of college. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen. And you was absolutely right. But it just goes to show you what people do. They definitely took it out on her son. That was real. They took it out on her son. And when I said they was calling that boy college, and I thought she was lying when she used to come on live and say that. And I'm like, what in the world? Are you serious? And she was like, yeah, they was calling her son college and saying things to the people. And she said how she found out the people reached out to her. Yeah. But she said first they had to talk with her son. And then they reached out to the mom. Yep. Hey Karen, my love. How are you, Karen? It's so sad. People need to grow up. Yeah. Yeah. It is. It definitely is sad. Really, really, really sad. Yep. But some grown adults, they act like kids, you know? They still have a kid mentality. But my mom always taught me before she passed away, what you do to others, be careful, because it will definitely come back on you. You know, don't do anything to other people that you don't want done to you. Because karma will come back. It might not come back the way you expect it or way you like it. So just always be careful how you treat people. That's what I would say. Oh no, Karen, I was talking about my daughter, not my daughter, my granddaughter. She's going to prom, and I really want to share it, but I'm afraid to share it because she's still young, graduate from high school, going to college, and I really want to share it, but I don't want to plaster her on YouTube because some people can get evil and mean, and out of respect of her mom, and she's still young, I don't want to, do that. Yes, Barbara. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're absolutely right. Yeah, so it's crazy. But that's the way it is. But I got some supporters that has been with me for like 4 years. They have donated to her for her graduation. They were sending me donations behind the scenes for her through my coffee link. Um, yes, Karen. Yes, yes. And I really want to share it with y'all. I really do, cause she's so excited. Um, put your watermark all the way across her picture if you decide to share her. Oh, okay. Okay, I never thought about that one. Okay. I never thought about that. Okay, got you. I'm gonna talk to Open Book because I know she know how to do watermarks and stuff like that. I know she good at stuff like that. I'm gonna talk to her. I think she at work now though. So yeah, yeah. So oh yeah, and Karen, I was telling them too that the other sector that I was in a while back, one of the content creators over there, her son, he graduated and went to college, and she was like posting his stuff and stuff like that. So I guess she had post the college he had went to and everything like that. So a lot of people in the sector over there didn't like her. And what happened was they started to call the boy college, and they was harassing the college and telling the college what she was doing as a content creator and the things that she was saying. And and I prayed that they didn't kick her son to college, but they didn't. And how she found out, the college uh, reached out to her to tell her, what was going on, the phone calls they was getting, the things that people were saying. So she finally broke it down to them and told them she was a content creator, and she have a lot of enemies out here and things like that. So they never kicked her son out of college and anything. Yeah. So that's what we was talking about too. No, she haven't had prom yet. Nope. Her prom is the 4th of June. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just coming in. Who's graduating? My granddaughter. She's graduating from 12th grade and going to college. Um, yeah, that was sickening. Yeah, they did that to her. They really did. And I mean, they was getting tons of calls every day because she was constantly coming on live, talking about it. She was coming on live talking about it, how they was harassing the college. Yeah, she was talking about it. It's it's crazy. It's definitely sickening. Definitely sickening. And at first, when she was first talking about, I thought she was lying. I'm like, what? So then she just kept talking. I'm like, damn, she must be telling the truth. Like, what the hell? Like, that's crazy. Yeah. The people were saying that they was trying to find out who was the people that was, making the calls and stuff like that. They was going to bring them up on charges because the cops was being definitely harassed. They was being harassed, y'all. No lie. Hey, auntie. I know you at work. Hey, girl, what's going on? Wow, shaking my head. Yeah. That's what they was doing. Yeah, that's what they was doing. Oh, nice. My granddaughter graduated May the 20th from high school as well. Oh, congratulations to her. Yes. Congratulations. So hers is coming up in May. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so you got to be careful what you put out here on social media, especially when it's kids involved. When they're 18, they're still a child. They just turned 18. They're just coming out of high school. So they are still children. So, and I understand you want to share the moments, with people that really cares for you and love you, and they want to see those moments. But then on the other hand, you got people out here that's evil, and that's the sad part about it. They're evil. And you just can't. It's I don't know what to say, man. I don't know. I think I feel more hurt because I do want to share my granddaughter. I think it'll be loving, caring, and I think she will enjoy it. But It's crazy. Yes, that is harassment. Yes, it definitely is harassment. It definitely is. Most definitely. Because what an 18-year-old child can do, that's not even on social media, that don't know what's going on social media. You know what I'm saying? You just sharing a lovely moment, with them, about them at that time, but yeah, so it's crazy. But yep, that's what they did to a content creator. That's what they did. And then after a while, it kind of like finally like ceased down a little bit and stuff. Even when she was going to her son games and stuff, people was threatening her. They was gonna meet her there to fight the mom. It was, y'all, it was crazy. When I say crazy, it was crazy. Yes. And this was before her son went into college. He was still in school then, but he was in his last year. And then he got a full scholarship, free for college, full scholarship. And during the time of his schooling, they was even threatening the mom. Yeah, we know where he go practice at. We gonna meet you there, and we gonna do this, and they was malicious, y'all. Like, it was crazy, y'all. It was crazy. It was really crazy word. Yeah, so. And then after a while, it finally calmed down once they said they were going to try to find out who was the people was, calling the school, harassing them and stuff like that. Then after a while, it finally calmed down. Yep. But her son is doing really big things now. Yeah, he's doing really good. So yeah, we gotta be careful as parents and stuff and protect the children. Let's see. God said He will protect you when you. That's so true. That's so true. I pray every day. This world we living in, baby, you better pray. You better stay prayed up every day, all day. I'm telling you, because baby, these people is evil. I don't know, y'all. I just never seen so much evil in my life. Oh my God. Barbara. What you say, Barbara? You know, I don't know. People just too much. But so y'all, this story I want to bring y'all, right? This story a little bit something like Ashley's story. And y'all, this story is new. This story just happened this month, right here in May. This woman went to uh Jamaica and she did not return. But y'all, I'm gonna let y'all see it. I ain't even gonna say nothing. It's kind of like weird to me a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know. You just gotta be careful with the men that you meet. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, I just listen, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all be the judge. Y'all tell me, cause I feel like, hey, auntie. I don't know, y'all. I think y'all, the way I'm getting this story, it sounds like to me, y'all, she met this man on a dating site. Now, I'm gonna let y'all hear the story, and y'all tell me what y'all get from the story, because that's what it sounds like to me now. Okay. So just know she went out of the country and she did not make it back to the US. She is from New York and she did not make it back. And this happened, I think, over the Mother's Day weekend. I think she got unalived over there a day before her birthday, matter of fact. Yeah, a day before her birthday this month. So let's hear the story, guys. Auntie, how are you feeling today? And if anybody want to donate, my link is pinned at the bottom of the chat. So let me bring this up. Hold on. Let me see. Oh,
Never marry somebody from Jamaica who stayed in Jamaica while I was overseas. Pardon my language, right? And I promise you not to curse too much in this video, but Jamaican culture is fucky. Yeah. So you're very hard pressed to find somebody
right, Barbara,
who isn't of that nature. You can argue with me in the comment section all you want to, but a whole heap of man in Jamaica get jacket from woman who they thought was the most faithful woman on the face of the earth. All church woman who beat them Bible, wrap up them head, put on her big church hat and her long skirt, I lift up the long skirt for your good backers. You understand? So this story right here is not to do with a woman so much cheating as it to do with a husband who was in Jamaica. As a matter of fact,
you got Botox, didn't you? That's what my daughter just accused me of. My girlfriends think I paid $800 for a skin tightening treatment. The truth, no injections, no filter.
I'm not even sure if he is her husband. I'm going to go off what the news is coming out of Jamaica saying. And remember the stories I did back in the day where I said you have to be careful who you file for bring go foreign, who you go to Jamaica and get married to and bring go foreign, or who's filing for you to bring you go foreign. Well, this is along those lines. I guess you should know by now that a young lady has been killed in Jamaica and she is an American citizen. Now, she is listed as somebody who was visiting the island. I don't know if she's Jamaican who moved away to the US or if she is straight American. Judging from the details in the story, I'm putting one on one together, and it seems like she might be of the latter. So this is what we have so far. I'm going to read you the preliminaries, and then I'm going to give you the most updated as of the 10th, which is this morning, coming straight from Jamaica News. The first one said, the police are noting the death of an American visitor, Melissa Carey Samnach, as a homicide investigation. See, they first labeled her an American visitor. Samnach is said to be an accountant from Queens Village, New York, and she had traveled to Jamaica last week to celebrate her 37th birthday, but within less than 24 hours of arriving on the island, Senior Superintendent of Police Dennis Brooks confirmed that she had been deceased and there was a change in the investigation's classification while disclaiming to publicly disclose the reported cause of death. In other words, he said he didn't want to give the public cause of death yet. I guess they were waiting on an autopsy properly to be performed. That's not police protocol anyways. So it is a homicide investigation, he said. And I can confirm that it is a murder investigation, he said. However, he said that he was hesitant to publicly discuss the post-mortem findings at this stage of the game. Hang around, because in this video, you're going to hear a whole lot more. This is just the preliminaries. He said, I don't know who has been notified as yet, and I don't know if I want to make public what it is, what the cause of death is, but I know that the categorization has changed. But Samnach's niece, she has a niece named Ariel Dudnach. Dudnach told the Jamaica Star that the official autopsy report actually confirmed that her auntie's death was the result of multiple blunt force trauma to the head.
So are they saying that they got the autopsy back in Jamaica already? Because this just happened, y'all, on the 9th of this month. So I was a little confused here. Did they get it back from Jamaica? Or did they get it back from New York when she came back and they did the autopsy here in the U.S.? The family did their own autopsy. So I was a little confused on that part. Hey ladies, I'm late. When did this happen to this young lady? It happened this month. This month.
apparently the family members got the autopsy report along the same time as the police got it, or they released it to the public before the police in Jamaica did. This has been extremely painful for our family to hear, she said. The findings have deepened grief, the grief surrounding the case for relatives who are still trying to process the sudden loss of this woman that they describe as the baby of their family. Our family is absolutely devastated, she said. She said that we are heartbroken beyond words, and we're still trying to process the reality of losing Melissa in such a tragic way. Sam Natch, the woman who has died, had traveled to Jamaica for what was supposed to be a quiet birthday getaway. So by last Tuesday night, however, concerns had begun spreading from relatives overseas after she sent distress messages asking family members to contact the police. Now, that part right there first bothers me, right? She's in Jamaica and she's sending distress messages to her family members overseas to contact the police. Why didn't she try to contact the police in Jamaica? Did she?
I was looking, well, I'm not confused, but I was wondering too, why did she contact her family members all the way overseas to tell them to call the police? I am a little confused on that, and not the people, her family in New York. But what I will say, maybe was she held hostage? Was she, oh God, how can I put this? Well, we can say that she was in fear of her life wherever she was at. She felt in danger. So she did text her family overseas and told them to call the police. And I even think she gave her location. Now, I can say she was smart about that. I give her that. She was very smart about that, because I think that's what maybe Ashley should have did. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Ashley wasn't thinking like that at the time. You know what I'm saying? To text her mom and, you know, say what was going on, whatever. But this woman did contact through Texas to call the police. And all good thing she did, so they would know something is wrong. Right. Absolutely, sis. So I give her credit for that part.
She not have anybody who she could reach out to in Jamaica that could be of a more immediate help than to be contacted?
Well, maybe she didn't reach out to no one in Jamaica, because maybe she didn't know nobody in Jamaica because she was there on a vacation. So she probably was there by herself. That's what it sounds like to me. You know what I'm saying? Which I would have never went to Jamaica by myself. I'm not going out of the country by myself with nobody. I will say that much. So appears to me she was by herself. She don't know nobody in Jamaica. She was there on vacation. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why she didn't reach out to nobody. I don't know if she knew how to get in contact with the police there. I don't know. I can't say.
Contacting people overseas. She said, her message said, I need you to call the cops. That is what one of the message read in screenshots that were shared. I need you to call the cops. Her niece, Dudnat, said that relatives immediately began getting frantic. You know, they're trying to contact people in Jamaica while desperately attempting to gather some information from overseas. So by Wednesday afternoon now, the same day that she was to celebrate her birthday, because she arrived Tuesday, her birthday was going to be Wednesday, and she was going to celebrate her birthday. Relatives said that they learned that she had died. She didn't even get to celebrate her birthday, her niece, Dudnat, said. She had picked out dresses to wear and everything. She never even got the chance.
Do not buy Black Girl Vitamins collagen powder if you don't want these side effects. Number 1, your hair is growing like.
I think those ladies need to travel in groups. I think so too. Yes, I think so too. All this traveling by yourself out of these countries, no. And I said that before too. Yes, because this stuff is, you can see now, y'all, this stuff is not safe. Like, I don't know what's coming out of this, what is going on. The sounds like a Ashley copycat. Yes. Mm-hmm. Now, again, it's gonna be more to it now, y'all. Just listen. Let's listen to it. If y'all would like to donate, the link is in the chat pinned.
At this time, when the preliminaries were released, it had said that no person was identified yet. But I can tell you, if you stick around for this video, someone was identified. So the police have not publicly identified anyone yet at this stage, or person of interest in connection with the case at that point. And no arrest had been made yet. So they had announced that to the public at that time.
Not safe.
They have also remained tight-lipped about the circumstances surrounding Samnat's death as investigations continue. I can tell you that this is a very covered-up case. I can tell you that, you know, the Jamaica, not the Jamaica Constabulary Force, but the Jamaica tourism sector, especially those stakeholders and those who are in positions of power, like Edmund Bartlett and these people at the top of the chain in the tourism world, they do not take this as something good. Remember, just recently, you had another visitor to Jamaica, and pay attention enough. Recently, you had another visitor to Jamaica who was there to celebrate our carnival and is a person who gathers up his friends and they go as a group every year. That's the kind of stuff that tourism heads love. When you come in groups, because that means groups money is going to be spent, right? And it looks good. A group of friends traveling to Jamaica annually. One of those individuals was shot. Remember the whole shooting incident at the Big Wall after Carnival party that involved popular podcast host Jay Frey and popular record producer and artist manager Javi Ambassador. Want to remember that? Yes. So we already had a tourist who got shot, and that was just 2 weeks ago or so. And now here we have another visitor to the island who is dead, murdered, it seems. So of course, those at the head of the tourism industry are saying, oh shit, this is not good, right? The niece, whose name is Dudnat, she said that the autopsy process was handled through official legal and medical channels, and that the family has received the report remotely. That means they got the remote. But I can tell you that everybody is being very tight-lipped about this. It's like they want to actually cover this up. But they can't.
Did you hear that?
So they're leaking out bits and pieces, but they're not magnifying the story. So the autopsy was handled by the medical examiner and relevant authorities, she said. And she said that our family had received the official reports through the proper legal and medical channels rather than attending in person. She added that the family is now focused on returning her auntie's body home back to New York. We are currently...
So basically what I think she's saying, that Jamaica gave them the autopsy, y'all. And that's why they determined it was a murder. And they're in process of returning her body back to the U.S. But you hear what he said. They're not going to release everything because he feel it's a cover-up. Wow.
Working.
At least they gave the autopsy shit. Ashley and her mama ain't getting nothing.
Closely with the funeral home in Jamaica and the necessary authorities to bring Melissa home back to New York, she said. Our focus is on ensuring that she is returned to her family and that she's laid to rest with dignity and love. And we're leaning on each other for support, and we're trying to stay strong while honoring her memory, she said. So for relatives, the hardest part remains the realization that the trip was supposed to celebrate a new year of life for her. You know, one more year, you know, another year. And instead, here we are preparing for her funeral. If she had stayed in New York to celebrate her birthday, more than likely she would still be alive. She would have had a joyous time, and she would have went back to her job, her career field, which is very lucrative. It is said that she is a senior accountant at some firm. She didn't even get to turn 37. The family needs justice, and we need answers, her niece said. Now, that was the first piece of preliminaries that was published, and that was published on May 7th, around those times, right? Now, as of May 10th,
of this year,
this morning, we have, and it was updated 4 hours ago by the time I am reading this, on May 10th of 2026, the headline says, "Call the cops." That was the final plea before the New York tourist was killed in Jamaica. Call the cops. That was her last text message sent out, I guess, or text message received from her. The horrifying news came from the suspected killer's mother.
Hold on, y'all. Now, Auntie, we don't know if she was really married to this guy or not. We don't really know. And that's what this content creator is saying. We don't know. It was the actually her husband, but the mother of this guy, I'm going to let y'all just hear it. Then we'll talk about it.
Wow. So no longer can they say they don't have a person of interest, because this is the Jamaica Gleaner saying that the suspected killer's mother is who broke the news. On the other end of the line, the woman's breathy, raspy voice told stunned relatives in New York that Melissa Kerry Samnat had been killed while she was on vacation in Jamaica. Her son is suspected to be the killer. So if they are married, this would be her mother-in-law. Again, I'm not sure if they are married. I have heard others saying that she was married to this Jamaican guy and she was trying to get him over to the US. In the meantime, you know how it goes.
Now, a lot of people are saying she met this man offline, y'all. Okay, so let me be honest. People are saying she met this man offline. She went there to see him for her birthday, blah, 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 blah. And this is what happened, right? But my thing is, his mother was the one that broke the news that she was gone. So that tells me that even if she did meet this guy offline, what they're saying that she had communications, not knew the mom, but knew of the mom before she went on this vacation. But she had communication with the mom before her trip. That's what I'm saying. Because it is kind of crazy. But then again, it's good. If your son did it, yeah, turn him in. Right? But how do the mom know her son did it? I can't answer that question. I don't know. But the mom is the one that's saying her son did it, y'all. Wow.
Goes when you get married to a foreigner first, right? And if you don't run off, then them stay with them there, you stay with spot, you there, you end up work out the paperwork till you get them to come live where you are at. And that they said that was the process that she was in. So as the family reeled in disbelief, a cryptic WhatsApp message from Samnat was sent shortly before 11 p.m. on the same night that she arrived in Jamaica from Queens Village in New York. 2 Tuesdays ago suddenly became chillingly clear. Let me say that again. As the family reeled in disbelief, a cryptic WhatsApp message Samnat sent shortly before 11 p.m. on the night she arrived in the island from Queens Village in New York suddenly became chillingly clear. So you're asking what type of relationship she must have had with this person. First, I'm thinking, is this somebody strange that she met on social media and decided to fly to Jamaica to meet? But again, I'm telling my audience that we have heard that this is someone she actually married. And that's the reason why his mom was able to call the family to tell them that she's dead.
I knew it.
Because their family is familiar with members of his family. We don't know what the 100 is, but we will definitely sort that out as more comes out of Jamaica. But you have to wonder, right? What would make you have to put out a message like that on the same night that you arrive in Jamaica? Did she arrive in Jamaica trying to surprise him and she ended up buck up in something that she wasn't supposed to see? Like another woman, or him in the company of another woman, or she comes see big hickey on him neck or something. I don't know. But whatever it was, definitely caused some kind of friction between the two, to which it seems like they ended up getting into a physical altercation and he did what he did. The next message says, I need you to call the cops. Look at my location. It is a pink house. Next message, Samnat pleaded in the message, sent just over an hour before her 37th birthday. Her 37th birthday would have been the next day, right? You're talking about 11 o'clock at night, going into 12 o'clock. After 12 o'clock, it's officially your birthday. It's a new day. And just before...
It sounds like to me that she was in this house with this man and they got into a heated argument and it became violent and she felt very unsafe. And that's when she started texting her family member and said, call the police. It's a pink house. That's what it sounds like to me. And I believe that he knew she was coming. I don't think she just went over there without his acknowledgement because they was talking. So I do believe that he knew she was coming, but I'm with this guy. I agree with him. Something happened. She seen something was not right. And it led into this. But I do believe that he knew that she was coming there.
Before her birthday, she is sending these messages, call the cops.
Yes, it is, Auntie. It's similar to Ashley. Barbara just said that. Yep, it sure is.
Look at my location. It is a pink house. I need you to call the cops. That was the last time that they actually heard anything from her. The message, along with the gut-wrenching phone call from Jamaica, sent relatives in New York spiraling into grief. The hardest part of the last 2 weeks, according to her niece, Janice Winter, was identifying Samnat's battered body before an autopsy last Wednesday finally confirmed that she had died from multiple blunt force trauma injuries to her head.
Jesus.
She didn't deserve that.
No,
she said,
not.
Describing her aunt as one of the most loving persons you would ever meet. She said, my aunt was very helpful and she was very family oriented. When my father died, which is her father, she was the one who was taking care of my other aunt and the grandma.
Happiness is finding your rhythm.
Definitely sound like a little
between the roar of the ocean.
Her niece, Winter, said, disclosing that Samnat was the youngest of 4 siblings. It had been hard on us. We can't understand why he did this to her. She wasn't an evil person. She was the baby of our family. And now we have to bring her body back home to bury it. Bringing her body back to New York from Jamaica, that is. Samnat has been confirmed now to be an accountant and is believed to have met her suspected killer online before traveling to Jamaica to celebrate her birthday.
Yeah, so I had that feeling.
Previously, I said there are people who are saying they were married. I don't know if they were married for real, because this is the latest update out of Jamaica and it mentions nothing about marriage. It says she met her suspected killer online before traveling to Jamaica to celebrate her birthday.
I had that feeling.
You know, the world has really changed.
Yes, it has.
Back in the day and not too long ago, when you wanted to meet somebody, you had to meet them face to face.
Yeah.
Or you had to know somebody who you would send a picture with and tell, if she want to talk to me, here's my number, tell her call me, right? And then you had to go make it known to a person. Nowadays, the internet has made the world much smaller than it is. And because the internet has made the world much smaller than it is, then naturally common sense.
No, they never said what part of Jamaica, so I'm not sure what part of Jamaica this is. But this is, and this just happened, y'all, this month. This just happened. This is so sad. And this sounds something similar to Ashley's story. It's just that Ashley didn't meet him online. Ashley Ben knew him. You know, they was dating for over a year, living together. But from what this guy is saying, she was trying to get him back over here, you know, doing all this. We got to be more careful. I ain't going nowhere out of the country. Never. No, I don't trust nothing no more. I'm scared of everything now. This is happening too much now, like literally too much. It's sad.
Sense would tell you that it has brought danger much closer to other people. Because before, if you weren't going outside to meet danger, you were safe, relatively. But nowadays, you could walk into danger from the comfort of your home, so to speak. You pick up your phone, you get on social media, you start flirting around with people, they're sliding into your inbox, you're entertaining, and next thing you know, you're flying out to Jamaica thinking it's going to be sunshine and palm trees and nice reggae music and good food, and you're going to fly back and tell stories. You're probably going to go down on the bamboo wharf, raft them and get a rub down and all these things. Eat some jerk chicken and drink 2 Red Stripe or some Straight Vibes rum or something, and it doesn't turn out like that. It turns out that you met a psycho online.
Yes.
How you know so the man even straight? How you know so the man even like woman? Because I'm still trying to figure out how within hours of her landing, she was already dead. Crazy. So investigators later tracked her to the suspect's home in Norwood, St. James, where residents of the Pink apartment complex recalled with horror the swarm of police officers who descended upon the property searching for the suspect. He was not there. Now, inside of the property, detectives reportedly found pools of blood and some of Samnat's belongings. Remember, so she just landed, She just landed. Pools of blood and some of her belongings. So while it remains unclear whether she was gagged or not, Residents said that they heard absolutely no screams or any signs of distress on the night of the murder. I want to tell you something, right? And I'm going to be honest. Them probably hear something, but nobody wants to say, yeah, man, we did hear them in India do something to her, but we mind with business, because they know some people are going to burn them out. If you hear something.
Exactly. He right. Those people heard something, but they're not going to say nothing. The same thing happened to Ashley. Them people know what happened really to Ashley. The neighbors or whoever, they really know, but they are scared to talk. And that's what he is saying. That them people heard something, they just scared to talk. They're not going to say nothing. Their life is in danger, And she got unalive the same day that she landed in Jamaica. That's the crazy part.
Now, see something, you're supposed to say something. And then there's another thing in Jamaican culture where a man and a woman in a house fighting, especially if them fight a lot, but she doesn't live there, so obviously they wouldn't be doing this a lot. People just tend to mind their own business. So a woman could have well in there get some wicked beating. People are minding their business until the next day you hear say he was killing her and you could have called for help. So as of now, the residents of the same pink apartment says they didn't hear anything at all that would have alerted them, that would have said that somebody is in there under distress and duress. Surveillance footage, because there are cameras around, surveillance footage shows the suspect carrying her suitcases while she was walking behind him from her Airbnb. It was unclear whether Samnat willingly left that property or not. So it's not his apartment she came and went to. She came and had her own Airbnb. And a video shows him walking from her Airbnb with her suitcases that she landed with and came through the airport with. Him walking in front of her with the suitcases and she leaving her Airbnb. So there was no video footage from the pink house where he was at.
Now you see how they had footage of her leaving her Airbnb with him, with the suitcase, going to the pink house. You see how they had footage, right? You see how Jamaica police came out and said about their footage. So I didn't understand why Tanzania didn't tell Ashley's mother anything about the footage when it came to their daughter. That's strange, which we already know. It is some footage somewhere, but they're not showing it. Okay. Now, they said it's no footage from the pink house. So maybe this house he lived in didn't have no footage in that area. Because he said it was no footage from the pink house.
But there was video footage from where her Airbnb was. Just a little side note, if you're ever traveling Jamaica or anywhere, make sure that your Airbnb has surveillance as well. Okay? And we're not talking about them big old camera there where anybody can see them and lick them down. We're talking about cameras that will be able to see what's happening without being seen.
Hold on 1 second.
So again.
So wait a minute, Auntie. You said Google is saying that she was married. She got married to him of December 2025. The suspect is her husband. He is investigation. Believe that she was unalive and later. Wait a minute, I can't see that other. Hold on, Auntie. Let me read your comment. So that was her husband. Wow. So they are saying that, you know how sometimes people marry people to get them back to the U.S., and all of that stuff. So this content creator is saying that you know, she was trying to help him to get to the U.S. Now, I don't know if she was going to make him her real husband. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, my God. This is crazy. Oh, my God. We got to do better. This is sad. You got to do better. Hey, Lisa. Thank you, Auntie, for looking that up. Wow. And she had a good life ahead of her. Businesswoman, everything. Wow. This is sad, y'all. Wow.
Through the investigation, they have discovered video footage from her Airbnb, which shows him walking away carrying her suitcases and she walking behind him from her Airbnb. And they're saying that it is unclear if at that point she was willingly leaving or not. I'm starting to not believe that they are married. I don't think they're married now. Because if she was married and that was her husband and she was working out his papers to come to the US and all that other bullshit that they said in the first story, she wouldn't have gotten an Airbnb and then he had to come pick her up in such short order, being that in a few hours it's going to be your birthday, right? She would have just gone straight to her husband. Is a man she meet. Anyway, that's just my guessing. Remember, I know, I'm still not too sure, but I will get you up to speed when more information comes out. So Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett now, I told you all that the tourism sector's stakeholders, especially those in position of power, they are definitely going to be all over this because this is the second visiting U.S. citizen in the past couple of weeks who has encountered danger traveling into Jamaica. One got shot and he luckily survived it. And this one did not survive. She is dead. That's two in a matter of couple of weeks. So it doesn't look good on Jamaica and Jamaica's tourism sector. It doesn't look good for business. Quite honestly speaking, them not really care when Jamaicans are getting killed. But when tourists get killed, fun fact that a lot of Jamaicans don't know, a lot of people visit Jamaica annually, and a lot of people visit Jamaica annually and return year after year after year. Most of the people who visit Jamaica annually come from the United States of America, right next door. Most of the people who visit Jamaica annually and repeatedly come back to the island come from the United States of America. So it is crucial and critical for those people to feel safe coming into Jamaica, because if they start not feeling safe, Jamaica's tourism industry will take a massive hit.
Yep. And that's what's going to start to happen, y'all. A lot of people from the U.S. can start traveling to these countries. They are. And they're going to take a
How
big
can people be
hit.
so cruel?
Yep.
People are like seeds.
So
because they get their money from the U.S. All these people over here, they travel all over the world, everywhere, and take trips. And if they don't get this shit under control and have some type of transparency with the family members, when things like this happen to their loved ones, they are going to start losing a lot of money because no one from the U.S. is going to keep traveling over there, or their loved ones going to travel and they're not making them home. They got to do better. Come on, this is going on too much. Too much. How many cases I done covered? Like, this is my third one within a month. I covered Ashley, this one, and then the lady from Barbados. This is the third one, y'all, in a month that I covered. Okay? This is too much.
Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett, noting the devastation implications crime can have on the country's tourism product, he declined to comment when he was contacted, saying that, I don't want to talk about that right now because first I need to be fully briefed on what is taking place. So he's being very picky and choosy with how he approaches this, and what is said to the public. So despite several police dragnets that were put out and widespread circulation of the case on social media, the suspect remains on the run. Well, of course, the suspect is going to remain on the run. You know what I'm puzzled about? I am puzzled as to why the Jamaica Constabulary Force, or Jamaican government at that matter, does not have a picture of the individual who they are seeking. But we'll talk about that in a minute. So the man reportedly is relocated from Ocho Rios to Montego Bay. He's not really from Montego Bay. He relocated to Ochi, where he had reportedly been living for about 2 years or so before this young woman's killing. An investigator said that he is known to frequent St. James, St. Anne, and St. Mary. Now, for an investigator to say that and know where this person frequents, this means they know what the person look like, them know who they are looking for. So again, how come there is no picture circulating so the public can be helpful in locating this individual? Because certainly if they put pictures out, somebody is going to say, "Rotted, no so and so that from over there so." But there is no picture out there. There was a whole heap of blood in his house in Norwood.
Yes.
Him beat her badly, man. Beat her in her head. That's what one resident said. Adding that Samnat was later pronounced dead at the Cornwall Regional Hospital. The police are looking for him, but they still haven't received any breakthroughs yet. He is still on the run. He is still hiding pretty good. Joshua Cummins, counselor for the Montego Bay Central Division, in which Norwood is located, described the incident as a shocking incident, given the usually quiet nature of that area. That area of Norwood is very quiet, he said. Peaceful community with very active citizens association. So this is quite shocking for everyone, especially since we have gone some 2 years now without any murders or anything in this area. But we must understand that this particular incident has nothing to do with the community itself. This was done by an outsider, he added. Now, honestly speaking, at this point, I do be wondering what the fuck is happening to these Jamaican politicians, like this councillor Joshua Cummins now. He's quick to say that this has nothing to do with the community itself. It happened, is an outsider do it. Hello, y'all are the same ones that gave a report that this guy moved from Ocho Rios to this area in Norwood, and he's been living there for some 2 years. So he's not a stranger, sir, Mr. Cummins. That is not a stranger, I know.
2 years, he's no stranger.
This is somebody who is a part of that community.
Facts.
He's been there for multiple years. And I know it's something that's bad that you don't want to own. So it makes you feel more comfortable to say, a stranger come in here, come do it, or an outsider come in here, come do it, is not any of the people who were born and raised here. I'm sure he knows people in that area as well and had developed some level of relationship with people in that area. So he is very much from that area, and it is very much that area's problem, as in it happened to her in that area. The area of Norwood, he said, is quiet and peaceful, and the Citizens Association is there, and it's shocking to everybody. But we must understand that this particular incident has nothing to do with the community itself. And this is where I think he is wrong. Now, back in the United States, Samnat's relatives, they replayed the haunting phone call repeatedly as they struggled to come to terms with their loss. So apparently she had sent a text message, and then she sent a phone call but it looked like nobody answered her call, so she left a voice note.
Ran into my ex-husband at my cousin's cookout wearing this $34 perfume. Now his ass won't stop texting saying he can't.
Now I like what she did. You know, she sent texts, voicemails, all of that. You know, unfortunately, her family didn't pick up the phone when she first called, but she did leave a voicemail. So she was leaving traces that she was in danger. You know what I'm saying? So I like how she did that. You know what I'm saying? Because her family got some type of proof that she was in danger. You know what I'm saying? And they're coming out here, they're speaking on it. They're putting it out there. They're letting the public know what happened to their loved one. They are in contact with Jamaica. You see, Jamaica let them see that video of her leaving that Airbnb with him with that suitcase. She seen that. The family seen that. Oh, yeah. But his house, I guess it wasn't no cameras around there. So that they couldn't pick up anything like, you know, after she you know, was unalived in the house, when he left the house, what time he left the house, did he leave the house with anything? It was nothing there, I guess, in that facility right there to pick up anything about him. But they know who he is. But I agree with this guy. Like, don't lie and say he's not a part of that community, because he's definitely a part of that community, because he stayed in that community for 2 years. So if someone stay in a community for 2 and 3 and 4 years, they are a part of that community. I guess he's saying that because he don't want to make the area look bad, for people don't want to come there anymore to do visitation there. You know, I mean, hey, that's what you're gonna get. Look what happened.
His mother is the one who called to tell us. So her family is replaying this phone call repeatedly. Okay, so she communicated by text. I wonder if she was under distress and could not call herself. So she was like texting and then hide the phone quickly because she's.
That's what I said. I said that when he first said that she was texting, I said she probably was in danger, meaning that she couldn't let him hear her on the phone, telling people what was going on. So she probably was texting and then put the phone down. You know, that's what she probably was doing. I believe that 100%. That's what she was doing, because she didn't want him to hear her on the phone telling people what was going on. It could have escalated the situation worse than what it was, even though he still unalived her. But, you know, she tried to be safe about it because she was out of the country. She wasn't around people she knew, just like Ashley. You know what I'm saying?
She's in distress. His mother called to tell us that she got a phone call from him saying that he killed her and him drop her off in a wheelchair at the hospital. Y'all get that? His mother called her family in New York to tell her family in New York that her son called her and told her that he killed Samnat, who had just arrived in Jamaica hours ahead of her birthday. He killed her and that he dropped her off in a wheelchair at the hospital. He didn't stay to see her get.
Did y'all just hear that? This man called his mother and told his mother he unalived her. Took her to the hospital, dumped her off there in a wheelchair, and left. Oh my God. Now see, Joe didn't do shit. Joe just ignored the whole family, even though we know what Joe did. Okay? But Joe didn't do shit. But I'm going to say this, y'all. Thank God for this demon's mother. Okay? Because you can tell she doesn't agree with what her son did. Because if she did, She wouldn't even reach out to this lady's family. So that tells you that this lady had communication with the family in Jamaica. She been married to him since 2025. Auntie just said she looked it up, and she been married to him since 2025 of December. Not even a year, just a couple of months. Wow.
Get checked in or anything. This is him admitting that she was already dead, This story gets deeper. Follow the line. This is him admitting to his mother that she is dead. He killed her and dropped her off in a wheelchair at the airport. He didn't even have the audacity to take her into the hospital, is what her niece, Winter, said angrily. She said that the mother, who they do not know, did not indicate how she was able to get their number to deliver the news. Okay, my common sense tells me now that this is not his wife, and her family does not know his family, like what the news they've been circulating out there. Earlier news said this is her husband, she married, and she was getting ready to do his papers, or in the process of doing his papers to get him to the US. Now, as of the 10th, it's saying, her family members are saying, when she called to tell them that her son called her to say that he killed her, and he dropped her off at the airport in a wheelchair, and he didn't even stay to see if she get checked in or not. They don't know that woman. And they don't know how she got their number.
Well, maybe the son gave her the number. Y'all think so?
Did it already get there?
The son could have gave the mother the number.
You got it. Right there. I'm looking. There it is.
Because if she didn't have no communication with the mother, which I thought she may did, that is something to think about. How did the mother get the family number in New York? Did the son text it to the mother? Did the son talk to the mother on the phone and give the number to the mother and told the mother to call? Or how did it go? Because I thought maybe they could have had communication. They was in communication for a while. But as his blog is saying, they had no communication. She didn't know. She didn't talk to his mother. Damn, that's crazy word.
To call them to tell them that. That means he must have got into her phone. He got into her phone.
Mm-hmm.
But how would her mom have their number? Very sticky. So right now there's a murderer on the run, and he's clearly in an area where there are lots of tourists. He is obviously very dangerous. And they are warning women need to be careful because you don't know what he is actually capable of. The crazy thing about this is, again, nobody knows what he looks like. The police who said he frequents this area, that area, and that area obviously knows what he looks like, but nobody else knows what he looks like. So warning tourists and women tourists, who many of them come to Jamaica and meet charming guys and develop relationships, none of them are going to be able to know if this is the guy that they are meeting right now.
That's true.
One witness says he beat her so bad in our head because there was lots of blood everywhere and our head did bust up. The autopsy has confirmed that this death was caused by beating, multiple blunt force trauma to the head. She was also said to be found with her head busted in multiple places, her lip busted, her eye, she had black eyes.
Wow.
She had broken fingernails.
Oh,
sounds
Lord.
Like she was fighting for her life.
Yes. Yes.
How come the Jamaica Constabulary Force has not released any pictures of this guy yet? Does he not have a driver's license? Is a ghost? Does he not have a driver's license? Does he not have a national ID? Does he not have, them say him have apartment, right? What documents did he use to get this apartment?
This guy is right. He's right. I agree with him. Like, what did y'all have? A ghost? Was he under a fake name when he got this apartment? When he got this apartment, what documents did he show the landlord of the house? So I agree with him. Did he have real documentation? Did he have fake stuff? I mean, can y'all go back to the landlord to find out what name did he come in under this apartment? What was on his ID? I mean, because y'all got a whole killer running around here. Like, this is insane. And yes, I agree. She probably was fighting. That's why her nails was broke. She was fighting for her life. Excuse me. Ooh, this is, man.
Is he not anywhere on social media? Do him not have a TikTok, a IG, nothing? Nobody in the area don't know him close enough to say them can pull up a picture or a video or something? Have they not checked his family? I mean, we know who his mother is now, right? Have they not checked his family to see if them have a picture of him that they can use? I find that they're moving very slow as far as putting out some kind of identification marker where he is concerned. This is a super dangerous person.
Yes.
And again, we don't have all the information because I am left with questions still. What type of relationship was this? How long had she known this guy before she decided to fly to Jamaica to meet him? Is this somebody she was with before? Or is this their first time meeting? Did she meet him through others who know him, like her family? I don't know. And the main thing I want to find out is, what caused you to kill her like almost as soon as she landed?
Yes, y'all, she killed her the same day she landed.
But my audience, I will do my due diligence to try to bring you the latest update on this as soon as anything is released. And if you know anything, feel free to say it in the comment section and keep everybody on one page. My heart goes out to the family of this young lady. Now, not only does my heart go out to her, I hope that other people are listening and paying attention, because sometimes when things happen to other people is a warning for you to move different before the same thing happens to you.
Absolutely,
too.
I agree.
I wouldn't advise any woman, young woman in 2026 to go meeting guys on social media and then flying overseas to go be with them. That is risky as hell.
It is.
But you can't tell some people anything. And some people, even though they see it happen to others, they normally think, I got me. I move different. Nothing like that could happen to me until it does. Until it does. All right, so this is the latest update before we end this video. Now, the people who did not listen to the end of the video, by the way, my audience, I have a pet peeve. I have a pet peeve for people who don't listen to these videos all the way through. When I sit to do a voiceover that's 30, 40 an hour long.
Earn up to $3,000 in commission rebates.
Shield by Guardant Health does a colon cancer screening that's really easy to do. And I want to share the process.
30, 40 minutes to an hour long. I didn't just do it just to do it. I did it because there's information in front of us that we feel needs to go out to the audience and is coming from a credible source. So sometimes I feel like people should not even be commenting unless they have taken the due time to actually listen carefully to what is being said. Now, the latest update, as I'm about to publish what I had recorded before. Now you have the whole story leading up to the point here. The Jamaica Constabulary Force is seeking the public's assistance in locating an individual by the name of Dane Watson. His name is Dane, D-A-N-E, Watson, W-A-T-S-O-N. Whoever have him needs to shove him out, because this is not somebody good. Dane Watson is named as the person of interest in this investigation surrounding the alleged murder of the 35-year-old Melissa Samnat, a Jamaican national and a United States citizen. So right there, we have our questions answered. She is Jamaican, but she is a naturalized citizen of the United States of America. And that answers that. Another question that is answered is, according to the police, Miss Samnat had traveled to Jamaica to celebrate her birthday with Watson, whom investigators understand that she just got married to December of 2025. Wow, you married the man December and you're dead by May. That's something to be studied. Those two questions have now been answered. Everything else that we said before in this video still stands true. He reportedly left the medical facility after shortly assisting her to a wheelchair. A porter assisted her to a wheelchair, and he took off. He took off in the same car that he arrived at the medical facility in. So that person who brought her to the medical facility then should know something. It is said that the person who brought her to the medical facility must be talking to the police, because he asked Dane, what happened to her? Like, how come she not look like she a move or nothing? And he told them that she had a seizure. He also got the same person to wait on him while he placed her in a wheelchair and brought him back to his apartment, where he grabbed a few things and left. He reportedly left the medical facility shortly after assisting her from the motor vehicle. Hospital staff later alerted the police after she was pronounced dead. According to investigators, Samnat had reportedly traveled to Jamaica to celebrate her birthday, which we had said before, and detectives, of course, are pursuing a murder investigation at this point. The police are urging Watson to report immediately to the Freeport police station in St. James or the nearest police station, wherever you are. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is being asked to contact the Freeport police at 876-953-6191, or you can just simply call Crime Stop at 311, or you can simply call the police emergency number at 119. Anybody who is found to be helping him to hide should be charged also with accessory after the fact and aiding and abetting. And Jamaica is going to have to start making the consequences very severe for individuals who hide people like this, because we've seen this happen before. Man do murders or rape or whatever, they go on the run and people hide them, and the police knows who hide them when they find them, but those people don't get any charges. So we have to start that. Because trust me, if you have consequences that make people shiver when they think about it, they won't be hiding that person. They will be definitely trying to push that person out to law enforcement. Samantha's relatives in New York said that they learned of her death from his mother. So now it makes sense. Because in the video earlier, I said, I don't think she know them, because they said they didn't know her. But if that is her husband, then it would make sense that his mom had a link to her family, right?
Right, I said that.
His mother called to let them know that her son made a confession to her that he killed her, and he dropped her off at the hospital in a wheelchair, and he didn't stick around to find out anything him left.
Wow.
What's the number one cause of heart attacks? Is it high cholesterol? Nope. High blood pressure? Nope. Not exercising enough?
Right. Listen, I need you to call the cops was her last message. Look at my location. It's a pink house. Call the cops. That's what she said. This is a little over an hour before her 37th birthday. And that was the last time she was heard from. So everything's been confirmed. It is her husband. She did marry this individual in December of 2025. She died 5 months later. Also, she did go to Jamaica to celebrate her 37th birthday. She died, or her last message was sent out in desperate plea an hour and change before her 37th birthday would roll around. And they are looking for a not 35, she's 35-year-old Melissa Samnat. So she would have been 36 then. I don't know. The publication that is bringing this to us is saying she pleaded in that message that was sent over an hour before her 37th birthday. But the same article from the Gleaner needs to tighten up, The same article from the Gleaner said, investigation surrounding the alleged murder of 35-year-old Samnat. No, she can't be 35 if she was killed 1 hour before her birthday. Her birthday would have been 36. So I don't know how in the same article they went on to say she was killed an hour before her 37th birthday. Either way, that's not the important information. The information is she was married to him. The information is she dead. The information is person of interest has been put out and is urged to turn himself in immediately. And his name has been given to the public. And also, Dane Watson, the maga dirty dog. If you don't hurry up and go turn yourself in, we're going to hear about you on the front page of news or in one of these news headlines that you went into a shootout with law enforcement and you were one of those that did not survive because you pick up multiple con. If you want to live, because most of you people who kill for some reason don't want to die, you better go hurry up and turn yourself in. Other than that, I kind of know where this outcome is going to be. All right, we'll see where it goes from there. My audience, again, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified every time we give you an update to the story. All right.
Okay, y'all, that was the end of that story. What do y'all feel, y'all? Like, what do y'all? Whew, Lord, that was heavy. That was definitely heavy right there. It definitely was. I said, I wanted y'all to really see this story because this story really reminded me of Ashley's story. And when I found it, I'm like, what? Wait a minute. I need to share this story. So that's why I definitely wanted to share it with y'all. Y'all, I don't know right now. Well, one thing I will say, I feel like Jamaica is doing more than Tanzania. I do feel that way. What do y'all say? I was looking for something, y'all. Go ahead. Yeah, I feel like Tanzania is doing more than, not Tanzania. I feel like Jamaica is doing more. I do feel like that. And I feel like this family here may get some justice here, honey. Oh, yeah. But if I see him bringing in updates on the story, I would definitely, update y'all with it. If I see him bring some updates on the story. But this is, wow. That's so sad. That is so sad. And she did marry him, y'all. She did marry him. I didn't know it. Wow. She just landed. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to find something. I don't know if I can find it. Because every time I try to find it, I definitely never, ever find this channel for some reason. I don't know. Yep, I definitely can never find it. I don't know why I can never find this channel. That is just... Man, oh man, you got to be careful. Got to be careful out here going to these different countries. I mean, because I wanted to show y'all another video, but I can't. For some reason, I never can find this channel. I don't know. And I did see Jay. I think he did a live on this too. I think he did. Because I seen his headline and I was gonna watch it. Because he did a live on it about this lady too. But I cannot believe that well, I'm going to say that I'm glad the mother did call the family to tell the family what was really going on with their loved one. That was nice of the mom to do that. But damn, that's crazy. That is... She was so young, so young. Just like Ashley, just young. But at least the family, hey Karen, at least the family got the autopsy. So that was a good thing that Jamaica gave them the autopsy shit. And they also seen cameras footage too. So that's why I don't understand why Tanzania didn't show their family anything. Like nothing at all. Ain't she Ashley case is very much alike? Yes, Miss Parker. Yes. That case reminded me of Ashley case. Yes. Absolutely. It sure did. It reminded me of that case. That's why I played it for y'all. This is 2 minute death is happening while vacation. Yep, it sure is. Sure is. Too much. It's too much. But from what I can see from what I can see from Jamaica, it sounds like they're gonna arrest this guy. They definitely gonna arrest this guy. They're not gonna stop until they get him. They don't put his picture out. They don't told him turn himself in. So it sounds like to me that they are definitely gonna work to get this guy off the street. Yeah. Now I don't know what Tanzania doing over there, child. I can't even say what they doing. I'm gonna be honest, because I really don't know what they doing over there, honey. I guess they waiting for the mama to speak out and say whatever going on over there with Ashley. I don't know. I have not heard no updates since the guy did an update and Tia did an update. So, because like I said, a lot of content creators don't talk about it no more. Some content creators just moved on to other content. So with this story here in Florida, I'm going to try. I can just bring y'all the update if I get an update. That's what I can say. You know what I'm saying? If I get an update on it, I will definitely bring y'all an update on the story. This is 2 minute death happening while vacationing in those countries. Stay out of them countries. Yes, girl, I would be so scared I wouldn't know what to do. You ain't lying. Stay out of it. Like, go. It's other places that you can go, and it is sad to feel like that you got to stay out of the countries, because you want to go and have fun and stuff like that. But the way things is transpiring now, like these women is going over there, they losing their lives with people that live over there, or they losing their lives in the hands of their loved ones. The boyfriend, the husband, the fiance, whoever. It's just so sad. It's just sad. But do y'all think Jamaica is going to really solve this, y'all? What do y'all feel about Jamaica and Tanzania? I feel, just by doing this video, I feel like Jamaica is doing more. Okay? They done showed the family the video of her leaving the Airbnb with him, with the luggage. They done put his picture out. They are looking for him. They are in correspondence with the family. You know, they got the body back quickly. Now, I didn't hear him say that they did an autopsy over there. I didn't hear that. Wait a minute. I think he did. Yeah, they did. They did do an autopsy. So y'all think they moving better? This is so many deaths happening around vacation, girl. Oof, I don't want to go nowhere. Oof. I feel like what Jamaica is doing, and I know every country is different, but I feel like what Jamaica is doing, why didn't they do this in Tanzania when it came to Ashley? Now, the guy I just played his video, you know, he did say that, you know, they'd be on some hush-hush shit. You know what I'm saying? He did admit to it. I don't know what country he's from. He could be Jamaican himself. He sounds like he's Jamaican. He could be Jamaican. You know, and when you from these different countries, you already know. Just like we from over here. We know how shit work over here. So they know how shit work back in their country. You know what I'm saying? And he did say they can do some cover-up shit. But the way he was saying, like, Jamaica is really doing their job over there. They're doing their big one over there. You know, they got the family. They got the body back to the family, you know, so they can start her funeral. They did the autopsy. They put a picture out of him. They said when they got married and all of that. So I think, okay, I can go along with that. And he also said that he think the guy went through her phone. That's how the guy got, you know, the numbers and stuff out the phone. Just like I think Joe probably did Ashley. Probably went in her phone, you know, unlocked it. Because, you know, sometimes people use face recognition for their phones or the thumb prints or just a 4-digit code. All depends on, you know, how you got your phone set up. So I don't know how she had her phone, you know, Ashley had her phone basically set up, but that's crazy. This is definitely crazy, y'all. It's a lot going on, and we definitely have to be careful and discreet about places you go in. And again, I think like when people do go to places, I think they need to stop going by themselves. I think people need to start taking these vacations. You know, y'all save money up. You know what I'm saying? So everybody that want to go can go. I don't care if it's 10 of y'all. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got to save up for that whole year and y'all go the next year, that's fine. At least it's a lot of y'all. You know, don't get Airbnbs too far from each other. Try to stay in the same facility. The resort, all y'all stay in the same facility. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, y'all, when you go on these trips, you can buy your own little cameras and take them with you. They got the little ink pen cameras on Amazon, all that stuff. You can take that shit with you. Put that shit somewhere in your Airbnb. Yeah. They got little small cameras that you can take with you. But, you know, like I said, like, you know, save so everybody can go. I don't care if it's 10 people, you know, everybody go. It's a lot of people, you know, y'all stick together, y'all enjoy yourself, you know, all that 1 and 2 people and going with a guy. Nah, because we can see now that that's not working out too good. It's really not. It's not working out too good. So, I don't know. I haven't heard no updates from Ashley or anything. So, you know, what comes to her mom and stuff. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I guess an update will come out soon. And if an update don't come out soon, I will just go on from that story and just do other little things. You know what I'm saying? Until an update do come out. And like this story here I just covered, if I see the guy drop an update, I will bring y'all the update because I will keep up with what, you know, he finds out. Like if the guy in Jamaica got caught and, you know, everything like that. You know, because I can't stay on one thing forever. I got to move on after a while to different stuff. You know, so that's what I do, y'all. I bring y'all stuff as I get it. You know, I be tired sometimes, y'all. I be looking up little stories for y'all. And I looked this story. I was just going through YouTube and I seen the headline. And some said click on it. And that was yesterday, right before my live. So I couldn't play it before on my live yesterday because I wanted because sometimes before I play things, I like to look at it myself so I can let y'all know what what it's about. And I clicked on it, I'm like, oh my God, this sounds like Ashley's story. And when he said May 2026, I'm like, are you serious? This just happened? Like that's crazy. That is crazy. Who is the young lady you did a story on? What young lady, Auntie? Refresh my memory, baby. Because you know I done did so much, Auntie, I can't even remember. You're not talking about the story today, right? I can't remember, Auntie. You got to refresh my memory. Was it this week? Because I can't remember. I done been doing so many stories. The only story I did on is Jaquella Robinson. I did a story on her a couple of times with Ashley because I got her on my thumbnails. So yeah, I did a story on her a couple of times. That's her. Yeah. Yeah, that's the only one I did a story on. And I see a lot of people still talking about her also. A lot of people. And the lady on the thumbnail today, that's Ashley and the lady that got unalive in Jamaica. Melissa. Oh, today? That's the lady Melissa. That's the lady that got unalive in Jamaica. That this story I just let y'all listen to. That's her. Her name Melissa. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, her name Melissa. All this stuff it's just sad. It really is sad. But I don't know, y'all. I think I'll just stay here where I'm at. It's just too much stuff. And like the guy said, you can't say it's, oh, I'm going to be okay. It's nothing going to happen to me. You know, you can't think like that. You cannot think like that. You really can't. Nope. You really can't think like that because there's so much going on. It's a lot. If y'all like to donate to my channel, you could. They are giving out his name. Yeah, they gave his name out at the end of the video. They gave his name out. I don't know if you was in the chat, but they gave his name out. They gave, I think his age. Yep, they gave his name out. And they did say that the Jamaican police are looking for him, that he's dangerous. And they asking anybody know where he at to turn him in. And for him to turn himself in. Yep, they said at the end of the video. Mm-hmm. That's why I said why Tanzania police couldn't do that, because Joe got money. So that's why they didn't do Joe like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we see money do talk, y'all. We definitely see that. And we know that money talk, because they said that Joe, see, I don't know if Joe's still in Tanzania or Joe back over here, but they did say he will be returning soon to the U.S. So soon, I don't know what soon is to them. Okay. But again, if Joe come back to the U.S. and wait a minute, let me ask y'all a question. God damn it. Y'all, because I'm confused. Now, they said that Joe lived in Miami, right? and Ashley. Now, when I played that video yesterday, the guy said that Ashley lived it, I forgot what he said, with Joe. So I thought they lived it in Miami. Did anyone y'all catch that yesterday when I did that video? I wish Open Book was in the chat. She knew the name. Miss This Too Many. Right, Cameron. But that's not in Florida, right? Let me know. Right, Barbara. Right. Right. I agree. They did say Miami, Florida. Right. But that's not what the guy said on the video yesterday I played. Thank you, Cameron. I knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't. I knew I wasn't crazy. I'm like, wait a minute. This is not a part of Florida. So, do y'all think that that house that Ashley lived in was not her house? It was his house, and Ashley moved from Miami into his home with him? Because that's what it sounds like, y'all. That's what it sounds like. I'm telling you, it's more and more coming out every day. That's what it sounds like. Because I know she moved from New Jersey to Miami, Florida. I know that, right? But when that video, when I played yesterday of that guy, go back and listen to my live yesterday. He said that Ashley moved in. Ashley and Joe lived it together. Yes, I believe it's his house. Yes, Karen. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Yep, I believe that was Joe's house, and she moved in with Joe, and she left Miami, Florida. And all the little arguments they probably was having in Miami, Florida, you know, remember the video? Go back and watch some of my videos when the guy said that the owner said they used to argue in the nightclubs, and they would tell them go outside because it will put bad on their reputation, bad on their business and stuff like that. He probably was coming there to see her then. And she probably did have her own place then. And then somewhere down the line, she moved from Miami and moved in with Joe. She definitely moved in his place. Yes, Buttercup. Yes. They even showed the house, $1 million house. Really, Karen? Wow. Now listen, y'all. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I know kids do what they want to do, but I definitely would talk to my daughters. Do not ever leave your place. You stay in your place. Sometimes, y'all, I hate to say this, but I gotta be. Listen. Did Ashley look at this as a money thing? Because this man was a millionaire, had a beautiful home. She wanted to live that soft life. And she missed a lot of shit. I'm just saying, y'all. He had his own home, $1 million home. He had money. He worked a lot of money. She moved out. Y'all, this is a lot to think about. Like, for real. Yes, she did. We can't defend. Yes, let me see. Wait a minute, hold on. Yes, she did. Yes, I think she met him. Yes, she did. She met him at a club. That's what they said. In whatever that thing in Miami. That's why I believe his engagement was fake. I believe that too. So that's why they kept saying Portland. Because I was wondering why they kept saying, why the guy kept saying Portland. It didn't dawn on me. And then when me and Open Book talked last night, she was like, yeah, that's kind of crazy because I thought she was living in Miami. I said, yes, me too. Oh, Lord Jesus. Wow. So she was staying with him. She definitely was. Because the guy said she was staying with him in Portland. That's what he said on that video I played yesterday. He said they was living together. And she was a stepmother to his children. That's what he said. And Cameron just said, look the home up. It's $1 million home. Or whatever she said the price was of it. And she said that is his home. I'm not leaving my house to live in a $1.5 million, $50 million home with no man until I really get to know that man. I have to really, really get to know that man. I'm just not doing that. Hey Ray, good afternoon. Do you think he was living with her in Miami and now he was going back to his home? Well, what do I believe, Barbara? I believe she did have her own place in Florida. And I believe that he probably was going there to visit her because remember now, I'm playing a lot of videos where different people were saying that he was spotted in, Florida a lot. They was going out a lot. They was going to nightclubs a lot. You know what I'm saying? So he probably freakeries Florida a lot too. Maybe he know a lot of he's known everywhere. Look who he is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he had business partners out there, and that's could be the reason how he met Ashley, going to the clubs and whatever, because they did say Ashley met him in the club. So it goes to show you that he probably was already going to Florida way before Ashley, and then he ran into Ashley. Oh, no, Auntie, I got to figure it out. I get Open Book to help me with that. Let me see. Oh, got it. Oh, Auntie, you is so sweet. I got it, Auntie. Let's see. Oh, Dawn, Auntie. Auntie always coming up with something new for me. Miss Ray, how you doing? I know I got it, Auntie. Thank you. So I'm just trying to because Cameron said that's nowhere in Florida. And one thing about Cameron, she come with the information. So that's crazy, y'all. So yeah, her mom probably did know she was. I don't know. I don't even want to. Let me just shut up. I think they were staying in both places. Could have been. Possibility. But I'm going by what the content creator said. He said Ashley and him was living together. Go back to my live from yesterday and listen to it. I'm going by what that man said, Barbara. He said they was living together. And Ashley was the stepmama of his kids. That's what the man said now. I'm only going by what he said now. Yeah. That's what he said. So that tells you why that all her stuff probably be at his place and Ashley's mother can't get anything because it's in his house. Because if y'all can remember when the case first started, I was like, well, damn, the mother probably got to go to Florida and, clean out her house. And, I'm quite sure she had her own car. They probably, the car paid for is not. She probably got to turn the car back in. She probably have to do a lot of things, back home for Ashley. So maybe this is why that the mom probably don't have to go back there because all Ashley stuff is at his house where she was living, you know. And if she was living there, we know Joe is a demon. He's evil. He's malicious. He's probably not gonna give nothing to the mother at all. What do y'all think? Because he's a narcissist. So I don't believe he's gonna get a mother anything. And they talking about some Joe coming back in an unknown place. Girl, Joe ain't leaving his $1,000,000 home to be hiding out. Shit. They're just saying that to make shit look good. Who they think they fooling, y'all? Who they think they fooling? I don't know who they think they fooling, but they ain't fooling me. So now everything is making sense. Yup. Yes, he is, Auntie. Yes, he is, Auntie. Yes, Auntie never lied. Hey, Real Talk. Is that Prep? Hey, how are you? How you been? How's things going with you? I'm glad to see you. All she got to do is get the lawyer involved because he wasn't married to her. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Now she can definitely do that from the United States. You're right about that, Barbara. She can definitely do that because they was not married. So she can, and then ain't no telling what he may get rid of. Yep. So, Okay, Auntie. Okay, you working a lot? Yeah. I hear you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. But my coffee link is in the chat, y'all. If anybody want to send a coffee or two, it's pinned in the chat. So yeah, I mean, the guy that I played his video yesterday, he did say that the mom is going to come out and speak. I guess when they feel like it, I guess, or when the autopsy come back or whenever. And he said y'all gonna be shocked with a lot of things that we hear. So we'll just wait and see what the mother comes out and say or whatever. I don't think too much can shock me, to be honest. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. Hey, maybe she may say some things that we already done said. Maybe she may say some things that we was a little close to. Maybe she may say some things we was just a little off, but not much. So, hey, I don't think it would be too much shocking because we not with Joe anyway. Because Joe is a real sick narcissist. That's what he is. Yeah. But see, now I know she was living with Joe. Damn. She was living with Joe. So that sums it up. Because me and Open Book was confused last night when we was talking. She was like, I'm confused. I said, me too. Because I thought she was living in Miami. So, yeah. She probably was living in Miami, when she first left Jersey, got to Miami, got her own place. She didn't know Joe then, doing good for herself, all this stuff. And she met Joe right in Miami. I can guarantee you that. That's what she met him at. Because remember, y'all, they said that's what she met him in a nightclub in Miami. So that tells you, again, that he went to Florida a lot. He traveled to Florida a lot. Shit, he probably traveled to Florida to meet women. Ain't no telling what a narcissist, girl. I'm just gonna be honest. Ain't no telling when it comes to them. They is girl, they something else. And not only the men, the women too. The women narcissists, they is something else, honey. I don't know, honey. They something else. Yeah, they a lot to deal with now. Whew, so we'll see. We'll definitely see how things go. I to be honest with y'all, the only thing I really want to know when it comes to Ashley, I want to know what that autopsy gonna say. That's what I'm concerned about. I don't even give a fuck about Joe. I'm just gonna be honest. Because nothing Joe says or saying or already said or doing or already did surprises me. At all. I'm just gonna be honest. Nothing at all. I'm more concerned of what her findings gonna be with her autopsy. That's it. Other than that, when it comes to Joe, because Joe is a big liar, he's a manipulator, he's a gaslighter, he know how to spin the narrative, he know how to get his little monkeys on his little bandwagon and flock to him and make people believe everything he's saying is true and try to discredit the mother and discredit the father, and he's on TMZ's side. That's not surprising to me at all. Okay. TMZ is just upset because they was turned down. So I'm not surprised of any of that stuff. Street justice needs to be his karma. Karen, you never know. You never know. You never know. Maybe he better stay in Portland somewhere, wherever he's from. Oh, child. Maybe he do need to stay there. Because, child, bye. Yes. Well, anyway, I hope this teaches a lot of women, a lesson with the traveling situation. I'm not going to say don't travel, because I can't tell nobody what to do. That's why I'm saying that. I can only tell you be safe. I can only tell you to take more than 2 people. Even if you're going with your fucking husband, goddamn, your fiance, your friend, whoever, go in a group. Because we see now that these people is not making it back. And it seems to me people going with men and not making it back. Okay? And shit, definitely don't go over there and meet no goddamn man. Shit, that's the worstest thing you can do. Look at that lady from New York. Look at her. So, I can't tell y'all what to do, but I'm just saying, strap up. Meaning, take people with you, baby. Take people with you. Y'all stay together as a group. Do things together as a group. Nobody leave nobody's side. Y'all get Airbnbs close together. Not no hour away, half an hour away, none of that. Everybody stay in the same facility. Check up on everybody every so often and make sure everybody's good. Yes, that's what you got to do now. That's what you're going to have to do now. Because it's rough. It's really rough out here with all this traveling and this stuff. It's crazy. Crazy. So I got to find some stories for tomorrow. I don't know. I feel tired, y'all. I really do. I don't know what I'm gonna bring tomorrow. I'll look for something. I'm not sure what it is. When I do research like that, y'all, I think that make me the tiredest because I have to look for it and then do thumbnails and that shit be making me tired. But I try to keep y'all engaged as much as I can. You know what I mean? So That's why sometimes on Fridays I just take off just for me and, you know, a rest day. Hey, Miss Walker. How are you? Yeah, that's true, Barbara. That is so true. So true. Yeah, it's a lot going on. It's a lot. And I wouldn't even knew about that story if I didn't come. Miss Walker, you got to go back and watch my replay of another lady got unalived in Jamaica this month, the beginning of this month, from New York by a guy. So you have to go back and watch my replay and leave a comment and let me know what you think about it. Yes. So make sure you watch it. She said, I know I have to go back and watch the replay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it was very sad. She went to Jamaica with a guy. Well, she went over there. Well, I ain't going to tell you the story. But I'm going to tell you this. Some of the story does remind me of Ashley's. Yeah, for sure. Some of the story. It definitely does. Thank you, Ray Ray. And I'm going to leave my coffee link in my comments. So if anybody do watch the replay and they do want to donate to my channel, they can donate also to the channel if you like. It would be very much so appreciated. Because I do want to give my granddaughter something nice for her graduation. Yeah. So, yeah, Miss Walker, please replay it. And it was somebody else in here came late too. I can't remember who it was. They probably can replay it too. I don't know who that was came in late. I forgot. Yeah. So, and again, y'all, if this guy bring an update on the lady from Jamaica, I will bring it to y'all. So I will be looking out for his update. If, as a matter of fact, I'll look out for Jay too. See if Jay bring an update too. I'll look out for both of them. So when they bring an update, I bring the update to y'all about the lady, you know, from Jamaica, because I would love to bring y'all an update on that. Especially, I wanted the update to say they got him and he's in jail. That's what I wanted the update to say when it comes to his black butt, because he needs to be off the streets. He's a very dangerous man before he get out here and do this to another woman. He don't deserve to be on the street at all. He just don't deserve to be on the street. When you go around hurting people like that and taking people's lives, no, you don't deserve to be on the street. Oh, you said you got to watch the replay too, Cameron? Okay. What's J Page? Karen, do you remember J Page? Because I think me and Karen follow him. Let's see here. Jay do some good content. Karen, do you remember J Page? I don't know if my mom knows Jay's page. I could have got her to drop the link. Okay, thank you, Karen. Barbara, that's it right there. She just put it there. He's a Jamaican guy. He do very good content. Yeah, he does very good content. He funny too. He'll tear your ass off too. I like him because he speaks his mind, but he's respectful. You know, he's a respectful guy. I like his content. Yeah. Thank you, Cameron. I appreciate that. If the autopsy says, wait a minute. Hold on. You're welcome, Barbara. I don't know, Karen. I mean, Barbara, that's what I was saying too. I said that yesterday on my live. I said, if it comes out to be that, what can the U.S. do? I mean, I don't even think that they could sue, because look at when, y'all know what I'm saying, the Robinson girl, when they tried to sue, they got denied twice from the lawsuit because it didn't happen here. And the Jaquela case, right? It didn't happen here. So I was saying it. Yeah, I was saying the same thing. Like, what would the U.S. do if the findings come back to be that? See, it's a difference, because the girl that just got unalive in Jamaica, they looking for her killer, okay? Because they found out who he was. They know who he is. They got shit out on him. They even tell him to turn his own self in. So they know who this man is. And this family was working with the law enforcement over there. They even showed videos of shit. So, hey, I don't think they can. I don't know. I don't believe they can do anything here. Me neither, Karen. I don't believe it. I mean, he said the mother got some shocking information. Well, I want to know what it is. You know, if it's something they can override, God bless them. But if Jaquela family couldn't override nothing, shit. And they put in 2 lawsuits and got denied from both of them. From both of them. I thought her mom admitted she settled out of court. No, we ain't talking about the girl from the freezer. We talking about the girl that was unalive in Mexico. That's what we talking about. The mother, they sued, but they denied them from both of those lawsuits because it didn't happen in the U.S. over here. That's what we talking about. You talking about the girl with the freezer? Yeah, we know what she did. She settled out for money. I remember that. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm like, Karen, I don't think nothing can really happen over here. I just don't think so. That's just my opinion. Yup. It's okay, Barbara. It's okay. Yeah, I don't think the U.S. they can't sue Joe for nothing. Over here, it didn't happen over here. Shit, she will have to sue over there. Now, wonder can she do that if she have an attorney from here and she can sue them over there? And that could be a possibility that she can do that. A great possibility that she can sue them over there. And I would. If she could, she should. She should. For all the wrong things that they did. Because they did a lot of wrong. A lot of wrong. Jamaican on point. Yes, they is, Karen. Yes, they is. They is on point. I give them credit. Yes. They was working beside that family. Yes. They was on point with their shit. They can go to Tanzania and put pressure on them. The Barbara, now come on now. We already know they ain't going there. Shit, we already know they ain't going there. She can sue the hotel. Yes. Well, can she sue the police department too for not showing them evidence and all of that stuff too? You think she can do that? Oh, shit. I don't think they're going there. I doubt they go there. I'm going to be honest. I don't think they'll go there, girl. But I would bring them up in a lawsuit if she can do it from here, because I don't know about stuff like that. I don't know what she can do from here. But if she got a lawyer that got licensed all around the world or whatever, I don't know. Maybe they can do it. I don't know. But something need to be done. They still don't have jurisdiction. Couple 5 wants to. Couple 5 wants the case dismissed. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that too. Yep, I did hear that. Dang, this is crazy. And look at the lady that went to the Bahamas. They never found her yet. And her husband is free. I got to go back and check up on that case too. I got to check up on it because that guy did do an update. I got to go back when I get time and check on it. I be so tired, y'all, sometimes. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I do. Look at it. Look at that case. That lady never been found until this day. And her husband is back in the U.S. living his broke ass life. Shit. I'll sue Tanjanil and the hotel. Absolutely, Karen. I hope she do. I hope she do. Yep. I mean, even though that we know that it's not going to bring her daughter back, you know what I'm saying? But no, they deserve to sue them. They deserve to sue them for the way they was treated. I don't think they was treated good at all. That's just my opinion. I don't think they was treated good at all. I think they lied to that family about a lot of stuff. They didn't show the family no autopsy, no cameras, no photos. And I don't understand, because why didn't Joe even send a picture to the mother to show the mother her daughter? Why didn't you do that? He could at least even did that, to send a picture to the mother of the time of her death. Why? Because he was trying to cover up shit. That's why he didn't send a picture. They might have a passport because it takes 3 weeks to come back. By the time her body was coming back to the U.S., I pray that was the problem. Could have been. Yeah. I mean, Jamaican, they work with that family. They damn sure did. They work with that family. And thank God, y'all, for his mother. Thank God for his mother. Like, seriously. Wow. Crazy. Crazy. We'll see how things go. Whenever she comes out. I don't know when. I don't know how long it would be. I don't know. That's crazy. Well, I guess I agree to get up off here. Let's see. Did I miss anybody comment? Yeah, I think I read them all. The mom must be afraid of him too. If he that dangerous, shit. Girl, I've been thought about that. I said, well, maybe that's why they didn't go neither, because they probably fear for their own life, which I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Because shit, they got to be safe too, not knowing they'll make it back. Shit. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. And that probably hurted them the most, you know, that they couldn't get to their child for a certain amount of time. It took a while for her to come back. That probably really, broke her heart, because when things happen to your children, that shit hurt. And because you feel like, damn, I was not there. I couldn't protect my child. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm quite sure she felt hurt behind that. As a mother, I'm quite sure she did. But that is so sad. You took her daughter all the way out there and she didn't make it back. Sad, sad, sad. Okay, y'all, I'm going to get up off of here. It's going on 3 o'clock. So I'm going to get up off of here and finish up my day. I'm talking about the Jamaican mom. Oh, okay. You know what, Barbara? She probably is scared of him. Barbara. They better go ahead and get him for he. Girl, I don't want to say what I want to say, girl. Girl. Woo, child. Baby. If he did another woman like that, that mama better be scared. Shit. Shit, Barbie, be honest, I think I'd go somewhere and hide until they catch that mother sucker. Girl, please. Barbie, you done got me scared. Shit. Yes. Because, he the one, gave the information and stuff out. She called the family, so ain't no telling. That motherfucker been on snap retaliation. Yeah, so I didn't even think about that, but yeah, you're right about that. You definitely is right. The mom should be careful. I wouldn't trust him until, they got him in custody. So, yeah, I hope she's not a person that, that she's living alone, that she have someone by her side. Now, do the mother stay in Jamaica? I think she do. I think the mother do stay in Jamaica, yeah. But I didn't think about that. But that is true. That is so true. Wow. The mom in danger for turning him in. Shit, the mom better. Shit, they still looking for him, they said. They got pictures out there of him. The mom probably don't even know where he at this point. She probably don't know what part of Jamaica he in. But you can believe this, he definitely will not fly out of Jamaica. Okay, because you got to go through checkpoints and stuff like that. And I'm quite sure, the airport will know. You know what I'm saying? Because they got pictures out of him. So he wouldn't be able to get out of Jamaica at all to try to come to the U.S. at all. He would not get out of Jamaica. That's for sure. Because they got pictures out of him. I ain't going there neither, Cameron. Don't even worry about it, baby. I'm not going there neither. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for timing in. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. I'm going to rest up for a little minute, and then I'm going to find some commentary for tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to find, but I'm going to find something. Will you show the picture again? The picture of the guy? I can't show it now because I don't I stopped sharing it, so I can't show it now. Well, he never got a chance to get the goddamn passport because he killed the lady. Because she was doing all the paperwork for him so he can come to the U.S. Yeah. Because I'm quite sure, you know, that's even here. If you want it in the U.S. for unalive, you know, and your picture's out, that's the dumbest thing you can do is go to the airport and think you're going to board a plane. Because your picture's going to be everywhere. TSA workers, come on. They give them people pictures of people that's wanted and stuff in case they try to get a flight. So that would be the dumbest thing if he can do. Or anybody at that point. You know, so shit, you better get a bus, something. I don't know. Well, okay, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow. Y'all have a great afternoon. Enjoy the rest of y'all afternoon. Thank y'all for timing in. Y'all be blessed and always remember to keep God first. I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I have to see what I can come up with tomorrow. So y'all be loved and be blessed. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace and